Hello developers. Let's create a REST API application for InterSystems IRIS in 5 minutes. Okay, we can open Exchange and find the template. For example, object request Docker template. Okay. And what is good about this, that this is a template, so we can use it as a base repository for our own REST API demo. Create. So next, what we need this line to the repository, and we can open VS Code. So open a new window, go to source control, and do the clone repository, and introduce it into this, for example, this GitHub folder, and open it. Let's start IRIS, and while it being restarted, let's check the Docker file here. So we will build an IRIS on 2020.2 image with the ZPM inside, and this Docker file will also create a web application CRUD with dispatch class sample person REST in namespace IRIS app. So it's already created. Let's connect it from InterSystems IRIS. Perfect. And let's see if we have this web application created. Indeed, we have a CRUD web application. And actually, what do you need in InterSystems IRIS to introduce a REST API? You need to have a web application which has a REST enabled, and supply dispatch class, object script class, which will handle all the REST API calls. Yes, so let's check if it works. So we need localhost, and CRUD. Yes, we have something here, and what is this? What are the methods you can examine? For example, this xdata URL map of the source code of sample person REST. And if we go through, we have here like get, put, and delete methods for persistent data for class sample person, which is also here. And this is a very simple persistent class with the populate interface, which lets the opportunity to generate the data. Okay, but maybe this is not very readable and usual for people who are not familiar to InterSystems IRIS object script. And if we examine here, we see the spec endpoint, which gives us the opportunity to benefit from Swagger specification. So yes, if we call it, we will have a Swagger spec, which we can transfer to Postman or Swagger UI and see the readable documentation. Or another option is to use ZPM and install Swagger UI. Yes, and this model installs just set of static files, which actually work with the specification which you can find on this URL. Let's test it. Okay, and we see that, that we don't have any data with this person all call. Let's introduce a method which will add some data. If we examine person class, we have an add test data method here. So let's create a REST API endpoint which will call this method. This will be a get call, so I have prepared code for this here. Okay. We will use the most effective tactic of approach pattern copy and paste. So we have endpoint, and we need to introduce an implementation. So we need to introduce a method generate persons. Okay, let's copy and paste it from here. And this is test data. Great, let's save it. And let's update our Swagger API. And what we have here, oh, we have a new endpoint. Let's work with this. And let's try it out. Put, for example, like 20. So we have new records generated, and let's test if we have it created. Indeed, we have data here in JSON. So what do we have? We created our own we created REST API with the same name in our own repository, and it works, and actually we can commit this data, these changes to our repository, and that generated method, generate data method, and endpoint, commit and push. Okay, how to add the OpenAPI spec to your own repository. So let's see how it is generated. And actually I know that this is in a base class, and let's go to base class, and let's see it in outline. Here's here. Yes, and here we are having what is being exposed in the open API information. So you are very welcome to change the base path in the name of the API. My perfect API, and actually all the rest specification is being generated using %rest.api get web REST application. So you benefit from embedded functionality in InterSystems IRIS, and it gathers the information which you supply here under the root, and actually near the method, as a documentation for every method. Indeed, let's examine this in the Swagger API. So if we close this, so we will see get all, like for this method, get all records of a person class, and for all get all records for a person class. And if you open it, it says retrieve all the records from support person. And if we check for get all persons, we see here, and the information about the API it gets from this Swagger method. So this is very helpful approach, and this is the way how you can expose your REST API in open API specification and help your front-end developers benefit the best from InterSystems REST API. Thank you. Happy coding.